Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So I'm still in the beautiful, nice, sunny island of Jamaica. And today I want to talk about a topic that I get asked a lot about this, and it's about colorism in Jamaica. Because, as Jamaicans, most Jamaicans living abroad, living in the diaspora, when you experience like racism in America, Canada, or the UK for the first time, it's like a shock to you because in Jamaica, we don't really have that big of a problem when it comes on to racism. Our problem in Jamaica is, people say like colorism, classism, and stuff like that, but not racism to the magnitude that you would experience in North America, in Canada, in the United States. So I get asked a question a lot. As a Jamaican, that's a light-skinned Jamaican, have you benefited from colorism? Did your experience as a Jamaican growing up being lighter complexion, did you get opportunities because of that? And I would say no to that. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but my experience, I've not benefited from it. But I would not be surprised if someone else say they benefited from it. And as a Jamaican growing up in the 70s, a 70s baby, Jamaican, back then you'd more get bullied for being lighter complexion. Back in the days, them call me brown man, red man, yellow man, and you'd get bullied and stuff like that. But and I know that experience for Jamaican men and women were always different in terms of colorism because I remember back in the 90s when dancehall queen Carlene emerged on the scene, and every that's when the first set of bleaching started because dancehall queen Carlene she took the dancehall scene by storm, and everybody was talking about the browning, and when Buju Banton did the song "Me love my car, me love my bike, me love my money and thing," and my brown, so it was a big thing. So I know a lot of women benefited from it back then because a lot of women would attract a lot of high profile guys because of their lighter complexion. But as I said, for men, I think the experience was different. For me, I know it was different. And yeah, so people talk about like Bob Marley, and Bob Marley in music, that he would not have made it to the international level if he was not light complexion, and they could not market him in the UK, and he was easier to market because of his looks and his complexion, and that's a possibility. The same thing they'll talk about Sean Paul, they talk about um, Sean Paul and Shaggy, that they were easier marketable in. So maybe it's from music, but I was never in music like that, so I didn't benefit from it. But that is just my story. So I don't know, maybe some people benefited from it, but as I said, to my knowledge, like I've not really benefited from it in that way. And I didn't know it was such a big deal, as I said, because growing up, people that say, yo, brown man, red man, wagwan man, you. But when I left Jamaica and lived overseas was pretty much the first time when I realized that, what, this is really a thing, because a lot of people didn't think that I was Jamaican because of my light complexion. So I get mistake a lot for being like Brazilian, and Dominican Republic, from Dominican Republic. So guys, sound off in the comment section and let me know your thoughts on this topic.